guys, and welcome. I'm Sidewinder with VFA105 Gunslingers, and today I'm going to start a little tutorial series on the F16C Viper in hopes that I can help someone out there get up and running in this beast of a machine. A little background, I am a Block 42 F16 Crew Chief for about 12 years now. It's a little different than the Block 50 variants that we have currently modeled. But overall, they're pretty the same aside from motor and avionics and whatnot. So with that being said, please do bear with me. I'm used to playing in VR, but for these recordings and the smoothness required, I'm going to be recording on this 2D screen and using my keyboard to pan around with cameras. So with that being said, let's get into the cockpit and we will get started with what I do for a cold start. Alright, first we'll go to the back left here, and we'll go ahead and check. Engine feed is in norm. Master IFF is off. We'll go ahead and switch our CNI switch to backup, and we'll go to our fuselage and wing lights, turn them to bright, and our master switch to norm. And collision is already set for 1. We'll go ahead and turn the battery on right now, and we'll engage the parking brake. What we're going to want to do is go to this backup radio here for UHF and turn it to manual. And then we're going to want to get the frequency of Inserlic. So we have 36010. All right, so that's set. I'm going to go back here and test our branch A, B, and C branches for the deflick. And we have all 4 lights showing, so we do have operational brakes in the event that we have an auto A cell, which in this sim we don't really have to worry about. It's something I check though. So I'll go ahead and come battery off for now. Parking brake resets. It is electronically held in position. Come over here, air source is in norm. Good there. Switch is off. Good there. So we are ready to start. We'll go back to main power now. Parking brake on. Our frequency did save. And we'll go ahead and call tower for startup. Inserlic. Request startup.
Enfield 1-1. Cleared for startup.
Awesome, so we got our start. Gonna close the canopy here. And lock down the spider handle. Now to start, we're gonna go to our jet fuel start panel and go to start 2. So the JFS has 2 accumulator bottles at 3000 PSI. Start 2 will empty both of them, and start 1 will empty just one. So it's best just to do start 2 if we have 3000 on the charge. So we'll go start 2. And we'll check our RPM indicator here. We have sec light on electrical system, so we don't have generators right now. JFS should be running. RPM should increase. At 20%, we're going to want to go up and over the horn into idle. We'll know we have light off when the F-tit rises, which it is now, so we do have light off. And at about 55%, the JFS will kick off. Starter is out, hydraulic oil pressure light is out, engine light is out, standby gen light should be out, which it is. And 5 to 10 seconds later, main gen light will go out. RPM stabilizing, F-tit stabilizing, nozzle position, oil pressure will come down to about 20 or so. Fuel flow is looking good, and we have generators now. Master caution reset. And then what I like to do is fire overheat detection check. Master caution on, engine fire light on, and overheat caution light on. Then we'll go to MAL indicator lights test and check all these lights. Make sure they all work. Don't really need to in DCS, but again, this is kind of what I do. And we're good there. Go ahead and turn on our HUD, uncage our standby. Fuel is looking good. Hydraulic A and B systems at 3000. We'll come over here, MMC on, station on, MFD on, UFC on. Maps not required in this block. GPS on, data link, I don't think it's required, but we'll turn it on anyway. Mids LVT on, and we will start a stored alignment. Over here on our DED, these three digits right here are elapsed time since starting the alignment, and 94 is our status of alignment or our quality. Once that gets down to 10, we'll get an align flashing up here and a line here as well. So this is our INS page on our DED. So I'll come over here now and I'll just set up my CMDS panel real quick. Bypass for stores. I'll get my HIMIX on as well. Chaff on, flares on, jammer on, RWR, and power to the RWR threat warning system. So that'll come on. I like to keep it in priority for now. Come back over here to our CNI page. We'll go back to UFC since we are done with our backup radio. And then we'll go ahead and turn FCR on and radar altimeter into standby. And we'll go ahead and give our probe heat test. We should have flashing light. Probe heat test is good. Let's go ahead and turn this HIMIX off. There we go, blank that out with DMS down long. All right, so once this is done aligning, we'll go ahead and put in a quick steer point as we don't have any right now. So we will be able to use a targeting pod if we have it. And we'll just put that right at Hatte. So it is ready right now. Align is flashing. We'll go ahead and switch to nav. And we are good there. So we're going to dauber left to return to get to the main CNI page, which is our radio frequencies here. Now to enter a steer point, we're going to hit 4, steer point 1, yes, dauber down, and to our latitude. So I already have Hatte up written over here, so I'm just going to input that in. North 3621970. Enter. It did round down, that's okay. East, so for east, you always do 3 digits, or west, if that's the case. So 036 16970. Enter. Feet, we'll just leave at 0. Good to go there. So our steer point is over here now. That should be Hatte. And we will go ahead and turn XMIT on to our link 16 so we have data link. Zoom that back down. And we'll go ahead and return now. Bingo I like to set up right now. So list 2, go ahead and set for 4000 as a joker. Enter. And that's also our current readout of fuel right now, digitalized. Return. Go down here, test our fuel system. Our fuel totalizer should drop to 6,000 and forward and aft fuel lights low come on, which they do. So we're good there. We'll go ahead and enter Inserlix TACAN frequency right now since we're here. I'll set this over to TACAN. And then we will come up here, TACAN, sequence, dauber right, 2, transmit receive, and enter to 1. Enter. To change your band, if you want to go to Yankee for instance, all you have to do is hit 0. And now we're in Yankee frequency band. So we'll hit 0 again, enter, and now we're back. Alright, we have the TACAN noise, so we'll turn that down. We're good there. And return back to our main CNI page. At this point, I'm just going to set up my dogfight pages. So I have HSD on and missile override page. HSD on it. And I'm using hotkeys right now. It's a little switch located on the throttle to cycle between dogfight and missile override air-to-air modes. And back to nav now. Go ahead, zoom this out a little bit. Go track while scan and 30-degree azimuth. All right, just doing a quick look now. Make sure I got everything. This is our oxygen panel. We do have OBOGs in this, so we're not going to have a LOX quantity indicator. Our Block 42s do, but not on these 50 variants. This is our EPU fuel in the event of emergency, and our EPU fires off and uses our hydrazine fuel. We got 10 minutes pretty much before that empties out. We will have flight control and generator power, but no thrust if the engine does fail. We just have enough to kind of point in a direction to eject safely. Or land if we're close enough. Alright, so F-tit's good, fuel's still good, hydraulic pressure's good, RPM's good. Nozzle position, it's good. About 98%, if that's the actual hash mark for 100. Oil pressure's good, fuel flow between 5 and 1500, that's good. So we'll go ahead and disengage parking brake. Normally I would, we would do an EPU run up test, a sec test, and then a flickus bit, and all followed by a trim and brake check, but this is DCS, so we're not going to do that at all. Lights are good. We're good on our UHF backup. Let's go ahead and turn our IFF on to norm. And we will turn our probe heat on when we get to end of runway. Get that out of the way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and engage our nose wheel steering with the nose wheel steering button. And then throttle up, and we'll be on our way. Key thing with this jet is don't go very fast if you're going to make a turn. You're going to be liable to roll it pretty easily. So we'll take these turns nice and slow. Really missing the VR setup. So we'll get down here, we're just going to bypass arm at end of runway, and we'll get ready to get on and take off. We'll just go over takeoff real quick, it's real simple in this jet. Nearly there. Alright, slow down, we'll take our right.